Now, I'm not just funny, I'm also smart. And I'm not just smart, I'm also talented. And I'm not just talented, I'm also skilled in like multiple traits. And it's like if I'm just eating right, exercising, and treating myself like the sexiest, baddest, and the most confident chicks that I wanted to be, I would be unstoppable. The amount of power that I would hold would be endless and I would run this world. And I think that is why I was built the way that I am. And I don't know that anybody should be able to hold that much power, but someday I will.
Oh, really? I do admire this audacity of myself when I was young.
I wanted to live inside that realm of possibility where I can say that I can do it if only I have the time, or only I can exercise if I have the right equipment or the right environment. But you see, I am very impatient and lazy. I don't know if our generation like this or is it just me, that we are just used to get things immediately when we want it. So we become impatient and lazier. We don't really need to study economics to know opportunity cost and decision making because it's already factored in our day-to-day choice. Over the years, I have read many books about success, and I think success is very subjective depending on how you view it. At one point in my life, my success was getting my first job, and then after that was increasing my salary. And then after I sort out my finance and my education, my success was how to get the body of my dream and how to stay fit. And now I want to do something else and I don't know how I will do it. It's really scary. But back to the point, if you can see the bookshelf behind me, is most of the books was about how certain people achieve their success. They were written in a very unique way. And this topic has been discussed for thousands and thousands of years in different cultures. From east to west, this means no matter where you come from, our ancestors always try to tell us what to do in order to stay alive and achieve what we want. One quality that everybody seems to talk about is the importance of self-discipline and the mindset. Self-discipline is the ability of doing what you should do, whether you like it or not. It's the ability to control yourself, your action, your behavior, and all of that should be consistent with your long-term goal and your objective. And our mindset is how we make sense of the world, what we believe in certain things. Now, most of us will choose to do the bare minimum while maximizing the gain. But then what is it that separates those who achieve what they want with the others? Is that hard work? Or is that the mindset? Or is that something else? If you do really think about it, it's really annoying to be human because we always want to do the exciting things, but deep down inside we are always afraid. What if I tell you that when you sorted out your self-discipline, it's still so hard? If you were lucky to be born in a family that raised you and guided you with a certain way to achieve success, then you don't have to go through a process of change behavior. I don't know about you, but I certainly had to at some point, and I'm sure that my family already taught me what they know. If you really think about it, our life is different. So many things change due to technology and globalization and everything else. I guess the most important thing is we always have to learn and adapt. What's standing out to me is the mindset. Take an example, right? If you do own a smartphone, you notice that your phone often requires you to update their system or software. If you don't update your smartphone, your phone will be at risk of security hacking, low performance, and you also miss out the opportunity to getting new features. And I believe that our mind is exactly like that. I find that we always need to update and rewrite ourselves. In my experience, the easiest way to do that is to find the easiest source to consume the information. And more often, these are the people that you are surround yourself with. You will more likely to listen to your friend's perspective rather than picking up a book and read the whole things. By now, you may already know that you are the average of 5 people that you are surround yourself with. We are social animals. Subconsciously, we always want to fit in. That is why we pick up the similar behavior, because we always want to be like. And that is absolutely okay. The people surround you will support your goals or have similar goals with you, or the way they do things or the way they view things is how you want it to be. Now, the second step that I find necessary is the media. Nowadays, it is easy to overwhelm with the information from the internet. If you watch YouTube or scroll through Instagram, you do notice that all of the art is targeted to you. Right now, there are so many dramas, and it's so easy to suck into other people's drama just to distract our life. We should ask ourselves, what do we learn from it? And should we continue to do it? It would be fun for 1 or 2 days, but if that is the consistent behavior, then you should probably reflect and think how it benefits you. Sometimes I feel it can be rude to unfollow somebody, then I guess that it's okay to be selective with what you choose to listen, read, and hear. And lastly, this is the point that I reflect upon myself and when I talk to many of my friends, given the rise of mental health. Many of that focusing on childhood trauma or some sort of trauma in your past. Recently, I have read the book. It's called The Courage to be Disliked. One of the ideas that stand out from the book, it was so liberating to me. What it said was, the influence from your childhood can be strong, but it does not define who you are unless you let it take over you. Most of us experience our childhood in a certain way that sometimes it can be a little bit traumatizing. It could be from your parents or your friends. Many people look at their past and wear it like a badge of honor. It's basically saying that, look at me now, I lived through it. That made me the person who I am today. If you cling to your past, it's really distracted you from the now. Sometimes your past taught you a lesson, but it doesn't mean that you should let it hinder you from the action that you should take in the future. Maybe you will assess some opportunity carefully and then make a decision, but not to stay away from it completely. Your life should be something that you choose for yourself, and you are the only person decide how you will live. I guess the way that I try to live my life is, over the course of last few years, I try to imagine the person that I want to be at the finish line, and every single day, every single week, I may slip out, but I still make the necessary steps by trying to become the closest version of who I want to be. And the inspiration of this video came from the book that I recently liked, which is called The Courage to be Disliked. I haven't finished the whole book yet. I still have the few chapters left. I genuinely thank you for staying at the end of this video. I hope you will have a great day, and I hope that you can make somebody that you love happy today. Goodbye, and see you soon.